Human in the loop. Okay, plan mode. I think I need glasses. Let me take a look at the current state of the project to understand what we're working with here. See? Reflections of infinity. Seriously though, what's it saying? Oh, it's still saying the same thing. It's thinking. I'm thinking too. Oh, this is a great feature request. Right now, your app parses a log entry into a single event with some factors attached. What you're describing is a daily journal mode where you speak or type a narrative about your whole day, and the AI breaks. Yep. UX error. Gotta pop up here. Plan tasks. And then somebody sent me a text message. Okay, focus. Here's how I'd approach this. AI parsing enhancement. Update the server-side AI prompt to extract multiple events from a single narrative. Each event would have an inferred timestamp like morning to 7 a.m., afternoon 2 p.m., 6 p.m., evening. Category, severity, and direction. Helped hurt. New timeline review screen. After parsing, instead of the current single event review, you'd see a vertical timeline of all parsed events. Each event card would show the event name, morning smoothie, took meds, snack bars, an editable timestamp, severity slider, 1 to 5, color-coded green to red based on the polarity of what you're tracking. Category badge, food, medication, stress, etc. I still think that should be divided between targets and factors, though. Yeah, direction indicator, help her edit as associated relevant events with those targets with severity markers at key points. Yeah, okay. Planned tasks are to update the AI to find multiple events, add support for multiple voice events, show and edit timeline event cards, route results to new review screens, save all reviewed events together, test full process from start to finish. I like that. I almost want to put it on high because that's like a major feature request. YOLO, it's Friday at 8:38 p.m. You want to see what happens, internet, when I push this button? Is it going to break the internet? We're putting it on high. It's going to drain my account. I'm going to get a credit card bill for $47. All right? Make it so. Let me start by understanding the current code base structure so I can implement this efficiently. Now, let me check the navigation and related files. Now I have a solid understanding of the entire code base. Let me update the task list and start building. The core work is new AI parsing endpoint for multi-event day journal mode. 2. New timeline review screen to display and edit past event. 3. Wire up navigation and save logic. Let me start by building the server-side journal parsing endpoint, then the types and screens simultaneously. Good. I now have all the context I need. Let me build this feature. I'll start with 3 parallel pieces: the server, the endpoint, types, and the main screen. Now, add the journal endpoint to the routes. Now, let me add the types and update navigation, then build the timeline review screen. This is how you vibe code on a Friday night with Merlot. I'm out of Merlot, though. We're going to get some Merlot. Ripley's going to just jam out here for a bit. You want to babysit him? World's fastest Merlot run. Okay. Timeline review screen. This is the core new screen. So what we're doing right here, this is like pure vibing. Normally, I would be going through Claude for this initial step. So I just took a huge leap of faith there, allowed Replit to plan its own version of that feature. And I'm realizing now I really should have double-checked that it made a checkpoint before I did this. I'm just going to assume that that's a built-in feature. Hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. I Replit, hey? Just looking for that little stamp. Okay. Oh, Ripley's talking to me now. Journal mode. Oh, so it's going to do both. So it has journal mode and parse text. If the prompt is longer than 80 characters, it gets sent to the parse journal instead of parse text. So we're going to see what UI it comes up with. Honestly, I'm a better redesigner than a designer. If I see an interface, I'm like, oh wow, it could be so much easier if we just go, but I don't really have that much original creativity. I used to have a lot of original creativity. I thought I did when I was in art school. I was like, ooh, my interface is going to change the world. I'm going to look at it, it's going to awaken your consciousness. And then I'm like, yeah, but sometimes that just gets esoteric and confusing and like, just give me a fucking button to push. We solved most of the UX problems in the teens. It was great. The UX on the internet is significantly better across the board. Bravo. Well done. I don't think we always need revolutions. Sometimes iterations or total paradigm shifts. Okay, now I'm just spacing out at the screen. I gotta focus, focus, focus. Handle text submit. Journal mode, toggle UI next to the text input area. Should auto toggle though. So yeah, we're gonna see what it comes up with. We're gonna iterate on it, right? That's the thing. So you get to see it. You get to describe the feature, put it into play. So you can just continually prompt it into the way that it should be. This is like a UX dream. So far, it's checking the storage module. Timeline review screen. That's what we get to riff on. Storage methods exist. Restart the backend, check for any issues. Metro Bundler can't resolve the file. Oh, this is a tragedy. This likely means the file was created, but Metro's cache needs a nudge. Let me check that the file exists. The file exists. Metro just needs to be restarted to pick up the new file. Both workflows are now running with no errors. Run and bundled successfully. Now let me run the E2E test. All tests pass. Let me update the task in replit.md. Now let me update Now let me update the API endpoint section. Recent changes in replit.md. The day journal feature is fully implemented and tested. Here's what was built. Day journal mode. A new way to log your entire day in one narrative that gets parsed into individual events. How it works. On the log screen, switch to text mode and tap the day journal toggle. Purple accent. Write a narrative describing your whole day. The AI parses your narrative into separate timeline events. This needs to be automated. It might be automated. Haven't even touched it yet. Timeline review screen shows all parsed events with color-coded timeline dots. Green for helps, red for hurts, gray for neutral. Editable timestamps. Tap to change date and time. Tappable severity. Levels 1 through 5 scale for symptoms. Direction toggle. Tap to cycle through helps, hurts, unknown. Category badges for each event. Delete and restore events before saving. Target association for tracked investigations. Batch save button to log everything at once. Checkpoint made 2 minutes ago. Worked for 8 minutes. Ready to share? Go live in the App Store. Whoa. Calm yourself. Let's just give it a shot. Expo go. Click TrackBack. TrackBack live, baby. It's even got night mode. I didn't even prompt that, but I would have if I thought of it. I would have gotten it. Let's give it a whirl. I noticed I was really stressed out this afternoon, really irritable. I had only had my morning smoothie and my meds when I woke up and had a busy, stressful day all day. When I ate some snacks in the afternoon, it helped a little bit, and I knew that I had to get home. I was just too anxious. So, got home, ate some dinner, felt totally grounded out, and now I'm relaxed in the evening. Still feel my blood pressure was high today. Was at the dentist and they recorded it. I think it was 144 over 87, 77, something like that. I had a lot of caffeine. That's probably why. I drank coffee all morning. Afternoon even, I had some coffee in the afternoon, like 3 p.m. Having a couple of glasses of wine now. More than I should. One more than I should. Just I'll listen to the podcast today. That's irrelevant information. Okay, thank you. I love you. Just got to think about this one. Okay, so this is a dictation of what I said. I noticed I was really stressed out this afternoon, really irritable. I had only had my morning smoothie and my meds when I woke up, and I had a busy, stressful day all day. When I ate some snacks in the afternoon, it helped a little bit, and I knew that I had to get home. I was just too anxious. So, got home, ate some dinner, felt totally grounded out, and now I'm relaxing in the evening. Still feel my blood pressure was high today. I was at the dentist and they recorded it. I think it was 144 over 87, 77, something like that. I had a lot of caffeine. That's probably why I drank coffee all morning. Afternoon, even. Yeah, I had some coffee in the afternoon, like 3 p.m. Having a couple of glasses of wine now. More than I should. I'll listen to the podcast today. That's irrelevant information. Okay, thank you. I love you. When? Today at 8:51 p.m. Morning smoothie, food, neutral. Medications, medication, helps. Busy, stressful day. Stress, trigger, does not help. Snacks, food, helps. Dinner, food, helps. Caffeine, substance, trigger. Coffee, substance, trigger. Wine, neutral. Hey AI. Which investigation? detected. High blood pressure. Note to self. It should be able to detect multiple investigations. Okay, I need to capture this. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go into text document. We're just gonna AI into text. Good old ASCII. Okay, so now you're listening to me, and then the AI is gonna be listening to me while you're listening to me, and it's gonna be our UX review. Looking good on the detected factors. Each factor needs to be time-stamped and adjustable along the timeline. Each should have a timestamp, category, and then effect. So that's what we've got in the UI currently. It looks good. Morning smoothie is food and neutral. However, that morning should have been parsed as 7 to 9 a.m., probably 9 a.m. And so it would have been smoothie, food, 9 a.m., neutral. Medication, because they're grouped with the morning smoothie, should be time-stamped the same. Busy, stressful day. It's good. It is a factor. Stress could also be a target. Instead of having a single timestamp for the entire event at the top, there should rather be timestamps for each element along the day for both factors and targets. The UI should show the chart for the day with everything on it. The various targets such as stress, blood pressure, anxiety, heartburn, rash, headache, etc. They could be overlaid, each with their own color, right? Because we've got each target colored and with its own icon and everything. The factors can have an icon as well, and the icon is what shows up on the timeline, and those have kind of a glowing radiant effect. If they hurt, then they kind of glow red over the line. And if they help, they glow green over the line. So it creates this really rich dynamic chart. So yeah, so which investigation? I'm calling them targets, investigations. Let's think about that. Whatever's the most human term here. We need to get everybody's input on that. Maybe it's different for different people. Okay, but you need to be able to target various investigations, right? So we want to say all of the investigations that you parsed from that journal entry need to be automatically selected, and you tap them on or off. Another UI bug that we need to fix is right now it'll say detected high blood pressure. I'm going to screenshot this one. Detected high blood pressure, and it suggests create high blood pressure investigation. It should just be one UI element, and you either tap it on or off. So if it's on, it's the bright blue. If you tap it off, then it goes to the off state of the button. So right now, it's basically two elements right there. Just make it one element. That's what I'm talking about. Toggle it on or off with the option to add new investigation. Yeah. Severity needs to be a slider on each element. This is modern UX, baby. UX 2026 coming at you live on the inner tubes. I'm not dictating that, by the way. That's just you and me, internet, the entire world. Upon successful completion, it should take you to the view of that. It should take you to the day's chart. Oh, that's the default view. The day's chart at the top with the record button on the bottom. Okay, there we go. So the default record screen is a live view of your day's chart at the top. When you hit record, then it goes to listen mode, and then it parses all the data and you see the edit screen, but the chart stays at the top. As it parses things, it populates the chart, and then you go through and you can adjust all of the things that it detects below, and it'll adjust the chart in real time, and you click save, and then the chart is locked in. So the AI automatically places it, and then you fine tune it. You can always see the chart, right? The chart is that's how you're feeling, and you can just dial it in. Yeah, hooking up to biometrics is going to be big for this one. V2, that's next week.